Um, I was very interested in the industry, in the hospitality industry, when I first began bartending for a corporate restaurant back in the early 90s. And the ability to be able to provide cocktails and food to regulars is really what got me going. Once I became familiar with the industry, it was a go for me, and I haven't stopped since. But that is what started me, was actually becoming a bartender.
Was that your first job in the industry?
You know, I started out in the 80s, in my teen years, in fast food. Burger King it is. Burger King, you know. It was fast paced, it was high volume, it was a lot of teamwork, and being able to be in the job market, you know, being able to be part of the employed at such an early age. I've always had a job since the age of 15, and for some reason it's always been in the customer service industry, in the hospitality industry. A chef that I admire would be someone that was actually hired as a dishwasher, who began at the beginning washing dishes, became a line cook, and then now is a full-time executive chef for us. He took the time to learn the culinary aspects of his job, and now is a great executive chef. But he did begin with the entry level of a dishwasher, and that itself is why the industry is so welcoming to those, because you can actually begin an entry level and then become an executive chef. I did not go to culinary school. I was fortunate enough to have a mentor by the name of Matthew Simmons, who was able to afford me the opportunity to give me the chance to be able to show him what I was able to do in his establishment. Working for the restaurant I work for now for 18 years, I was able to show him my hard work and start from being a bartender and being an hourly manager to then becoming the director of operations, and moving up. I was able to be afforded those opportunities to prove myself. If it wasn't for a mentor like himself, I would have had to spend, you know, 40 grand on school. I would say my career path began in the early 90s when I was bartending for Applebee's. And my manager at that time, Matthew Simmons, had a vision for an establishment that he wanted to create of his own. And with that, invited me to on that journey. And in 2002, we opened up the first Capital Ale House in downtown Richmond. With that, I began a position of a bartending position. Within a year, I was an hourly manager. Within 2 years, I was a associate manager, and within 4 years, I was the general manager of our second location. Fast forward to today, 2020, I have opened up all of the Capital Ale Houses, which are 6 locations, and then a 7th location, which is a different concept called Fest. So that is a total of 7 restaurants that I've been able to open. And I have been the GM of each location at some point or the other. I have been able to head up the human resources department along with the director of operations title, and I am currently also filling in for a general manager position at one of the locations. There is a lot of growth in an opportunity for growth in this industry, and it's just a matter of how much you're willing to put in, and it's very rewarding at the end. Okay. My typical day starts around 6 a.m. in the morning. I log onto my computer, I log into our manager logs, and I'm able to review the prior day's sales and manager log notes. I'm able to review staffing needs and needs, complaints from our guests, compliments from our guests. I begin responding to emails to those that are in need, following up with vendors and distributors, and making sure that our day in our stores are ready for lunch service. Once we begin lunch service, I then get ready for dinner service and make sure that our needs are met then. No day is the same day. There is no day that's just like the next day, or the next day is not the same as yesterday. Every day is different. Hospitality means, to me, it means being able to provide a service for guests that makes them want to come back to your establishment, giving them the utmost service that they are looking forward to the next time that they want to come back. It's making them feel at home, but it's also showing them that you have joy in providing that service. And that's what it means to me. I want them to see how joyful I am and how much I love my job, that I'm able to provide some happiness for them. Advice I'd give to someone that's interested in the industry would be to come in open-minded and to be able to accept constructive criticism from guests and from your supervisors. It's really important that we learn from those who are very knowledgeable already in the industry, and to be able to learn from what they are able to teach you. Those who are in supervisor positions tend to lead by example, and you're always able to learn from them, and that's the advice that I would give to someone who's interested in the industry.
So when you're looking to hire somebody, what are some qualities that you look for in a new hire?
I look for someone who looks like they would be able to prioritize, those who can prioritize and work efficiently, someone who can have some attention to detail and awareness of their surroundings, and someone who can be upbeat and personable, and be able to have the genuine desire to want to be hospitable and want to give that welcoming feeling to the establishment they're working for.